Is there a God who designed all things? This question has eternal consequences. Is God true? Or is he just an enticement into religion? But the real starting point is, do we want to know the truth? Whether there is an intelligent designer that we call God, and whether we can live forever in heaven? Or if we reject him, does he cast us into hell? If you don't want to believe that there is a God, then you have no option but to believe that we are all here by pure chance, without any thought or planning. And when we die, it will all be over. The Bible is telling the truth, that there is an intelligent designer who created all things. The Bible also promises God has a gift of eternal life, which is forever in his beautiful and perfect kingdom. And this is worth thinking about carefully. Don't treat the subject lightly. This is the very reason we exist. We were created for a purpose. God will accept into his family only those who want to have a two-way loving relationship with him. God will not force us to believe him and love him. God has given us freedom to choose if we want to know him, ignore him, or reject him. A challenge we all have in believing that there is a God is the difficulty we have in grasping the greatness of God. Not being able to comprehend the greatness of God does not disprove God's existence. There are many things that we cannot grasp the greatness of, yet believe they exist. There is the greatness of the universe, or the greatness of the internet. What enables us to believe these things is the ability to see the evidence that they do exist. There are certain things that you cannot see, but you can clearly see the evidence that they exist. Have you seen the wind? Or do you see the evidence that there is wind? Can you see electricity? Or do you see the evidence that there is electricity? Are you willing to look at the evidence that there is an intelligent mind behind all that exists? If you want to look at the evidence of creativity, start by looking into a mirror. You can't see the lump of flesh in your head called a brain, but you can see your eyes, mouth, tongue, ears, skin, and nose. At the same time, each part of your body can be functioning, and that lump of flesh inside of your head can interpret each individual function simultaneously. Could that happen just by pure chance, with no thought and no design? The body has so much complexity in its design, including the muscles, bone structure, blood flow, reproduction, DNA, and so much more. It takes a lot more faith to believe there is no God than the faith it takes to believe that there is a God. DNA is now known as being far more complex than when it was first discovered. And there is DNA in each of the trillions of cells in our body. Yet, each person has their own unique DNA. For the body to have such uniqueness, as well as each person having so much that is the same, shows clearly that planning was a part of the process. How could there be a male and a female species evolving together at the same time by pure chance in order to be able to reproduce? This could not happen without thought, planning, and design. When you start looking at the other more than 1.5 million different species, including animals, birds, insects, sea creatures, flowers, and trees, you would have to have a blind faith to believe that all of this colour, complexity, and uniqueness happened without any thought, planning, or design. Could birds exist without any planning? For birds to be able to fly, they require the exact number, shape, and size of feathers. And each feather has to have the right design and right weight. For a caterpillar to be able to transform into a butterfly requires an incredible design, two distinctly different creatures within a very short time. For fish to be able to live underwater, for flowers to be able to exist with such beauty and design, is clear evidence of divine creativity. With every species there is so much uniqueness and such complexity that can only lead to two options. There is intelligent design behind it, or I don't want to believe in an intelligent designer that is called God. Humanity cannot create a new living creature from nothing. You need to have an open mind if you want to know what is the truth. The Bible says that the evidence for God's creation is all around us, and that we have no excuse if we don't want to look at this evidence. In Romans chapter 1 verses 20 to 22 we read, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. For although they knew God, they neither glorified Him as God nor gave thanks to Him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools." Psalm 14:1 says, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." The most foolish thing you could do is to choose not to live forever in God's heaven. If you choose not to go to heaven, you will be thrown into hell and never be heard from again. Believing in God is more than believing about God, but placing our faith and trust in Him. God is looking for a family that will live with Him forever. He wants to have a two-way loving relationship with you. But you need to ask for His forgiveness and accept Him into your life, and be willing to follow His directions, as well as seeking to honor Him. This is the best decision you could ever make in your life.